And welcome back to the channel. My name is NutRace and we are playing more PLO. Mostly PLO 20, hopefully. Currently one table on microgaming. Yeah, the other one on RunItOnce with PLO 10. And ooh, just now some tables found seats for us on micro, and all of them being PLO 20. Right on. Some unknowns at the PLO 20 microgaming tables. That ought to be interesting. Alright, let me just finalize something on Discord, and then my full attention will be on the stream, where it should be. Alright, that's a decent question. That's a decent question right off the bat. Maybe just a call this time. I'll check this one out in a moment. Let's take one off here, see what he does on various turns. So ace jack jack 9, huh? In the small blind versus a cutoff opener. Let's check this one out in a moment. Sorry, I usually don't do this on stream. It'll just take another minute. Ooh, a PLO 20 table opens. Now that is good times. That is good news. Right, so, sorry about that. All done, all done. Now. So that means I'll close this table. First of all, what we're gonna do down here with the third nuts. And on the PLO 20 table, right off the bat, we have an interesting spot. I think we're gonna take one off. So I raised, he came off the top pre. And then he bet like What was it? 66% on the flop here. So I would assume most of our, if not all of our 2-pair outs are potentially still good. Here we're just gonna let's go for the squeeze here. I really don't wanna try to bluff here in the spot. Aces with the 9-high flush, perfect. And strangely, this guy cold called. That is so very weird. So let's check out both of these spots. First of all, the ace, the jacks there from earlier. Where we were in the small blind versus the cutoff, seeing as who the jacks, ace, jack, jack, what was it? Something decent, ace, jack, jack 10 or something, right, I think. This one we're definitely letting go. Okay. Here we're against a button open. This is, of course, a fine raise. This one I do know. So with the ace 10, it's actually a raise fold. The ace jack jack 10 that we had there. Even against the cutoff. Okay. Sorry. Is this a raise fold? Everybody's making it hard on us right away, huh? We better... let's check this one out as well. Small blind versus button. Ace king king 6, I believe it was. Suited to the king 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 5, okay. Ooh, no, actually, that's fine. That's fine. Suited to the ace, it would actually be a raise. And suited to the king or triple suited or whatever. Either way, it would be exactly what we did, a raise fold. So that is good. And then let's lastly check out the king king 9-9. I believe there we were in the small line again against the cutoff. This time it was a squeeze spot. Let me check the positions there again. Yeah, that's exactly it. Small blind versus cutoff squeeze. For that we have a section in the matrix. We have double suited and double paired kings. Is that a call or is that a raise? That is perfect. This is a raise call. So this is squeeze, and should we get repop, we call. Right on. Right on, right on. First session went rather well. Finished up a little over 100 bucks, so 5 buy-ins. And didn't necessarily run particularly hot. We just got the money in well and rarely got drawn out on. Funky spot coming up here. Fouché! Thank you very much for the good luck. Always appreciate good luck. Nice seeing you back here. So here we're gonna go first of all with half. We don't really want him to fold. I guess maybe against the button I can lead here. This might be results-oriented thinking scene that he checked. We took it down on both tables. We were just active on. And I hope, Fouché, that you heard about the big giveaway this weekend, and it is a sizable giveaway. To celebrate us moving up to PLO 50, we are gonna have a special celebration stream. And as part of that, hang on. As part of that, we are gonna give away 1 month of elite membership to RunItOnce trading, generously provided by the fine folks over there. 1 month of the Poker Matrix, equally generously provided by the Upswing guys, and 5 gift subscriptions for the channel. I don't buy this. And actually, he bets again, I might actually raise it. Kind of a weird spot, to be honest, because I don't think he would lead out a set here all that often. So this might be really stupid. I've seen people do it with sets, and it worked beautifully against me, because then I sometimes answered exactly like this here. But it kind of feels like a wrap, right? It's not even Jack 7. I mean, those hands all go for the check raise usually, don't they? That made me insanely happy. I'm probably gonna rotate out this table. This dude seems to be rather tightish. Or tight aggressive, I should say. At least aggressive. This dude is interesting. High VPIP, low aggro player. But the other peeps pretty much are regulars by their stats. Or at least not interesting. Don't know if they're regulars. Up here, gonna start out by checking, I believe. It's the big blind. Honestly, could go either way. Maybe I kind of prefer the c-bet here, because now he has an interesting. I'm not sure if he bluffs here a lot. I'll let it go. Call. I really have no deeper thoughts on this spot. And if he gets pot, okay. I don't think I played this one particularly well at all. So I believe with the pot we took down there on table 4, we are down like a couple of bucks for the session so far. Not big deal. The session has been going on for 12 minutes. Anybody's guess where we're gonna stop tonight, so let's wait and see. Just letting this go. One last hand down here, and then I'm gonna let this table go. Yeah, the other tables look much more interesting. It's a decentish bet to c-bet, decentish board to c-bet on. Even though I don't have any spades, figured it's worth a shot. Alright. Trying to get my head in the game. Yeah, so Sunday will be a blast. There will be the giveaway, we'll have the home games. One of them play money with an added prize pool. Bounties on my head, and it'll be entertaining, I think. All around. So, sitting on 4 tables, all of them PLO 20. Only one of them, as you can see from RunItOnce. And that's the other huge bonus in my mind, at least for me, from moving up to PLO 50 next Tuesday. That finally it'll be pretty much exclusively a RunItOnce stream once more. I'm looking very much forward to that. I don't know, it looks better, it looks the stream looks nicer. And of course we have the splash pots. Oh, trap shooting! That's gonna be fun as well. And thank you for the congrats. Appreciate that. Yeah, I'm very happy myself. trap shooting sounds fun as well. I mean, the giveaway won't start until 9 PM German time, so I don't know. Maybe that'll make a difference for you. I'll check behind now. Very unsatisfying run out. Don't know anything about this guy. He bets pretty much pot. I'll just let it go. There's a chance he's bluffing. But historically speaking, calling pot-size bets on the river has not worked out altogether too great for us. Yeah. Rage and Caffeine! That's a pretty decent nick as well. Thanks for checking out the channel. Thought I could not use HUD on MPN. What software is that? That is actually Poker Tracker. And you can use a HUD. It's legal to use it on MPN. So here are the things you need to know if you want to do that. You need, first of all, need to use an old Poker Tracker 4 version. If you want it, I can give you the link to the download link, the official one, to the exact version. Just let me know in the chat. I think it's fine. And you need to use the old classic client. You cannot use the new Prima client. That one doesn't have HUD support anymore. And an added, so there are some added things you need to know. It'll only track the hands that you put money in on, that you VPIP on, and or the blinds. And so all the stats are gonna be skewed, but you're still gonna, know your winnings, know how much rake you paid. Just gonna pot it here, I think. With the jack in our hand, yep. A decent spot up here as well. I'll keep you updated. So you need to know that, and you probably, in case you play on other sites, like stars, there you cannot use older Poker Tracker versions anymore. This is a bittersweet card. This is a pretty sweet board though, giving us top 2 in the nut flush draw, and a blocker to a Broadway draw. Here we're sort of happily checking behind. It did bring us, of all the turns that could show off here, this is definitely not the worst. Now it's kind of losing its appeal. Yeah, there's pretty much no chance that we're still ahead. Right, so so on stars you cannot use older versions anymore, you get a warning if you do. So that means effectively you need to have 2 versions installed and probably 2 databases as well. Which is no problem, you can just install a second version and it'll work. Yeah, that's pretty much all you need to know. It's 3 PM in Ohio. How long will it last? The giveaway? I don't know, I think like around 2 hours maybe. Yeah, so in the beginning I'm gonna give away some gift subscriptions, then probably at 9:30 or 10, I haven't really made up my mind yet. I'll talk to the mods, see if they have an idea for a schedule. Then we'll do a draw for one or the other, the Matrix or Elite membership to RunItOnce. Yeah, and then a little time later we'll do a draw for the other thing. So yeah, I would say the prize draw, the giveaway part of the Sunday stream will last from like 9 to 11, 11:30. Let's just say 11 for now, so you're not disappointed if you think it's gonna be until 11:30. It might take a little longer, but yeah. Somewhere along those lines. I'm just happy we got a PLO 20 table running on RunItOnce. Case in point, there are right now 26 entries in PLO 50, and I keep hearing the PLO 50 games are great. So I can't wait to move up next week. I think out of position, let's check this one out. We were big blind, let's give him the cutoff since so many people are missing, since two people are missing. Big blind versus cutoff. We had double suited 9s with a jack and a 6. What would the solver do here? Yeah, he would fold, but the solver would fold. Jack 7 would be a call. Jack 6, indeed, would be a fold. Cool. Happy I did that correctly. Now 2 flush draws. We do have a pair and a very nice wrap. I don't see a point in leading or in betting now at this point. Also not gonna fold, especially not for half pot effectively. Very nice aces here. Double paired, single suited ace 4-4. And that looks like it's gonna be the nuts for us here. Not a horrible flop by any means. No comparison. Stars is tight as F in comparison. Also on stars, you know, not getting any money back from the side. So anything is better than stars. And my pleasure rage. I mean, with the 8, we could actually kind of spaced out here. Betting the flop and then c-betting on the turn is perfectly alright. Yeah. We had the 8, we had a pair, we had the flush draw. Actually, we had 3 diamonds, so making it that much less likely he has a flush draw. I think that would have been a much better way to play this. Ken's going anywhere? Nope. And of course, Fouché, RunItOnce is the absolute nuts when it comes to player pool, but alas, you need to wait until the site has a little bit more traffic before they add like nano stakes, before they add PLO 4 or PLO 5, whatever it was the last time. I think it was PLO 4. But once they do, then you should definitely check it out. And the games at PLO 10 on RunItOnce are amazing, usually. Could have a bet size, I don't use that often in the spot, out of position. Checking here just makes it a very profitable bluffing spot for him. So I'd rather not. If I have to move up and have to move down. Yes, no. I tried to move up to, like, I took a shot moving up to fixed limit $3 and $6 blinds just before Black Friday. And that was, I'll never forget that session. The first 7, now I'm saying I never forget it, but it was either the first 7 or the first 9 sets that I flopped. And I flopped, you know, I had them on the flop. All of them lost. So in that session I lost 100 big bets, so $600, I believe it was. And I wasn't done with PLO 3.6, but then Black Friday happened and then the games died, and so I didn't take another shot ever. And other than that, it's an excellent question. It's an excellent turn. Ever move up and move down? But here I'm not so sure if I'm gonna... Now this is a sucky bet size. I would prefer if you bet bigger. This looks just so much like value. But I have absolutely no clubs. But Akali does have the full house. Good for you. How very unfortunate, Mr. Bond. Yeah, did I ever move up and move down again? I don't know, I don't think so. But it's very possible. It's possible that I'm forgetting something, but I don't think I did. Couldn't take a note on that character from the gentleman from the other table who bet 1/3. With the rivered full house, because that's certainly an interesting bet sizing. Against this guy, maybe there's some value in betting here. That note. Ambition! Thanks for the good luck. Welcome back to the channel, Ambition. Nice to see you. Okay. Yeah, right, that was nasty. Let's actually check out that hand once more. Because I don't think he got the prize on the turn. Ah, well, he had the flush draw. Fair enough. So if he has the flush draw there on top, then he probably got the prize. Yeah, yeah. Might be taking this one down. Yep. And I have aces and queens down here. Yeah, but yeah, that was definitely a small ouch. Sorry. What do you know? What do you know? Ooh, Pentamania is back. Now this is a gentleman that has been proven to be very profitable to play against. Took this one down with the jacks. So post-flop he's playing pretty well actually. It's just at pre-flop he is pretty mental. 3-bet of 23%, over a decent sample size, almost 1000 hands now. Only folds to 3-bet 20% of the time, so yeah, way to lose pre. Surprising mix of stats and of behavior of strat. Being as loose and aggressive as he is pre, post-flop he plays okay. In any case, it's nice to see him back at the tables. So I think so far for the session we're a little bit down. Let me check. Yeah, on micro we are down like 10. Don't run it once. Not a huge deal either way. Run it once we're down a little more than 10 I believe. 12, 15 maybe. Not 15. 14, same difference. So we're down a little more over 1 buy-in. We're still up around 4 buy-ins for the day. All is well. All is well. No reason to panic just yet. I have no idea. Gotta fold it and check it out. This one I have absolutely no idea. Small blind versus button. I get 3s, double suited with ace-9. That's a fold. Raises start with the ace-jack there with the 3s in the small blind. Same is probably true here, yeah. If they were suited differently I would call, which is definitely not the solver approach to call here. But against him I don't mind playing as many hands as I can. But the suits being what they are, the hand being what it is, I just let it go. And also need to tighten up a little bit on my pre-flop raising on this table, because he 3-bets just so very light. I need to take that into account. So then I'm gonna fold this. So yeah, with the double suited 3s, in case you care, the ace-jack would be a raise fold, ace-queen and ace-king. Double suited with 3s would be a raise call. Not really much going on. Sorry, I'm just answering someone on Discord. It'll just take a moment. Sorry. So, nothing going on. This one down here. Let's check those 4. Hell no. Ambition. I made around 2k. I'm not sure to the penny. I think yes. I think yes. If it's not true, then it's not true by just a tiny bit. That I'm up like 1980 euros or something. Can beat the games on MPN. I'll show you. Last month I did. I'll show you my graph from this month. It's pretty hilarious. You can also join the Discord, our Discord. There I post regular updates. Side cards are so. Who's raising here? This guy. It's close. Yeah, so that's my graph for the month. So as you can see, running 30 buy-ins on the EV this month, which is pretty hilarious in itself. Yeah, it is what it is. I'm up with Rakeback, and I'm definitely up on RunItOnce, and it's all good. Not fretting. Probably. Here, he keeps checking, which I find super weird. It's like a double suited ace king jack 10 deal or whatever. Just king queen jack 5, really? Wow. King queen jack 5, double suited under. But yeah, I believe in the end I was up a little bit over 2k. Sorry, so that should pretty much answer all that question that gentleman had for me. Let me check. I think last month I beat the games on MPN quite handily. Well, I ran like the sun last month on MPN, I have to admit that. Check my graph. So that was April, right? April 1st till April 30th. Yeah, so that's my graph last month for microgaming. In big blinds. In terms of euros, I was up like 600 and something, plus a bunch of rakeback. So almost half of my profit came from micro. Right, no interesting hands going on, luckily, was and another ouch. Yeah, I know. That one must be for the graph. It's pretty hilarious. As I said, luckily, due to rakeback, I'm up there, and on micro and on RunItOnce, I'm doing alright as well. Not a huge month so far, but all good. Bots and MPN? I don't think so, but I also can't say that I would be particularly well versed or at all as to how to spot them, but my answer is I never had the impression. That's an awesome flop, except for all the hearts, which we don't have a single one of. Here, I'm gonna check behind for now. Here we're definitely gonna call. That is quite awesome indeed. Another PLO 20 table on RunItOnce opens up now. Okay, need to figure out. There's a table I want to ditch here. Yeah, and I think there's more grease. Hope all is well. There's a ton of poker streamers today, really? Yeah, just gonna call here actually. I don't know. So I feel better about it. Ooh, still take it down, huh? Wow, did he have crap on the flop? So welcome back, Mogris. Sorry, I'm busy, a little busy right now. It is possible there are bots, of course. Couldn't say it's not, but I don't think so. That PLO. I mean, the higher limits. I mean, as I said, I can't say there. I can't be certain there aren't. But I feel decent about playing there. I'm definitely convinced there are none at RunItOnce, for what it's worth. Because the site is really small right now, they have the ability to police the heck out of their games. Support is not overworked at all, so I would assume they have time to do so as well. How much in rakeback? Around half of that. This guy again. I am still gonna fold here now that he calls. Yeah, I don't mind that. Yeah, it's alright. It's alright. I do know that once I move up to PLO 50, I'm not gonna play there. I'm gonna play RunItOnce. There the games are better at this limit, for sure. Well, I don't know yet myself personally, but I keep hearing amazing things about the PLO 50 games, and I don't think everybody who told me that the games are good was winding me up like, "Hey, come over, we'll take your money." And of course, Mogris not only back in the stream. Mogris is a very nice streamer. Oh, also a counter streamer, because he's doing it, has been doing it for quite a while. In his own right. He streams mixed games, so if that sounds like your thing. Like Baduji, wow, what a turn. Baduji, Raz, Omaha High-Low. And if that's like your thing, then you should definitely check him out. He's a great, very nice gentleman. And his stream is just an awesome place to hang out and have fun. Always enjoy my time there. Ambition. Two-part answer. The PLO 50 traffic in particular has been consistent, even growing a little. All the other limits have been dwindling in the last 2-3 weeks, and I firmly believe that is because people are waiting for the next patch to be released. Which was rumored to be released today. Doesn't seem to be the case, so I would strongly assume that it's gonna happen next week. Actually, I would be willing to bet a small amount of money on it. Preferably someone else's. So yeah, we've seen the... I don't know if you've watched the charity stream of RunItOnce last weekend, last Saturday. Phil Galfond was doing the last part of the stream and he played in a test environment. So he played the beta client basically. For play money, of course, because he can't play for real money on his own site. And it looked very nice. He said it's much more stable now. The splash pods have, wow, their own blue background, so you're gonna have a completely different table look whenever a huge splash, happens. And you won't be able to miss those then. And it looked very, very nice. Liked everything I saw there. Kind of failed to adjust here against Panda. I probably want to bet small there. Maybe even check sometimes. Flop the set. So as I said, crazy pre, but he's reasonable post. Actually, let me use the search function, see if he's sitting on any other tables. Oh, of course, Morgrees. Scoop is going on Stars, so there are bound to be a shit ton of streams. Took me a moment to put 2 and 2 together. Sorry. Can't do much here. I guess we can watch the rest of this hand first. Nothing going on for us on any table right now. Well, this might be about to change here. Queen 10, 9, 7 double suited on the button. Certainly fair enough. It's the big blind tar. Start up by checking. Having absolutely no showdown value, I'm gonna go for the bluff here. Pretty decent turn. He min-bet the flop. Giving us the nuts right now with a redraw and a redraw through another straight and the flush redraw. Okay. Not sure if I should be worried. I don't think I should be worried about anything here, right? Very likely we are free rolling him. We split this one, right? Yeah. Okay, so that's gonna be fixed as well, that split part animation. Also showdowns are gonna be slowed down in the future. But heads up, as you know, I'm not doing that. And if I do it badly. It did look good, didn't it, the test stream? I liked it. I like the clean look. Wow, now that's overkilling it here. We got it all. Okay, somebody sat down, so I guess we are gonna stick around after all. Not in this hand though. And what's the deal here? I think we raise it, but we don't raise it by too much. Okay, that'll work for me. Did he make the straight flush on us? With the runner straight flush? He did, didn't he? Wow! Well, so that happened. Well, I haven't made a few straight flushes in the last couple of days myself. Not about to complain too loudly here. I'm gonna fold this here. That was nasty, don't get me wrong, that was pretty nasty straight flush with the runner. Oh well. That's alright, actually, let me check this out. Maybe I'm a little bit too loose sometimes on the button there. Check it out. Versus cutoff. A654, but I think it's bound to be okay. Yeah, it is. It's a perfect. It's the only A6 hand single suited that gets called. The 5-3 would be a folded already. But seeing that the connectivity between the three cards is perfect and the suit is perfect, single suited into the ace, it's all good. It's all good. At least as long as people don't make straight flushes on us. And man, did we have him in bad shape there in that flop. He was drawing, I don't even know to how many outs. Not many. No, it's our turn with aces, and nice ones too. Ace, ace, 10-6 double suited. Certainly looks alright to me. Get a cold call, fair. Yeah, against one guy I would have bet half pot here. Against two, I kind of dig the bet sizing I chose. Maybe a little smaller on a board like this. Well, ultimately it's pot or close to pot I think is the way to go there. Out of position this time, pretty much the standard bet sizing there, at least for me. At least for now. You know, subject to change the more I learn. No dice, huh? Okay. Okay. $987, huh? How much extra is in here? 5 big blinds, not nothing. We flopped the nuts straight. unfortunately, is how that sentence continues. No spades at all, huh? Take a single one off here. You make 2 pairs, so you do have some full house outs. If your bet's a sizable bet sizing here, we are out, I think. Having no spade, yeah. A little bit too optimistic. But if you're taking one off, you know, sometimes people spaz out. Bet there with a block or whatever. And then shut down on the turn. King 10-8-6. That has to be right on the edge. Let's check this out. I'm gonna call if somebody comes over the top, so I'm gonna check it out right now. No matter what the solver says. What are we? MP. King 10 now. Big blind. I think I'll check this one. And it is right on the edge. The 8-5 would be a fold. The 8-6 is a raise call. Very happy to see that. So that I keep checking out the matrix over and over. Some things seem to stick. Chowser is here. Now that's a pleasure. How's PLO going on your end, Chowser? I am curious. Really? The jack high flush, huh? Oh, like, apparently I value owned myself there. You just missed a hand where we had our opponent crushed. He had aces, we flopped. On an ace-queen deuce board, we flopped. Two-tone board, we flopped the bottom set. We had the queen as well, blocking top set. And we had that flush draw, which came in right away on the turn. And the guy made a runner straight flush on us. Was this guy up here? Sure, he's still happy about it. I would be. So that happened. It's a thing, and it happened. But we're still doing alright for the day. Up 20 here. Oh man, well that didn't help. We're still up 2 binds. We were up 5 binds when the session started. I think being down 3 sounds about right. I he got the prize on a turn, I would assume. Most definitely did, yeah, right. Yeah, well... Did he? Yeah, yeah, he did. Pandamania in the mix once more. Oh, and he's sitting on all the tables now. He's sitting on... Oh, right, here he's sitting across us as well. I hadn't noticed that initially. Note to self. Panda is around. And we like Panda. Crazy pre, reasonably post. Fun guy to play against. How about a huge splash today? Would be something. Flipperos! Good evening indeed. Gonna let this one go. Nice to see you back, Flipper. Oh, sorry. Wrong button there. Against the big blind. I think from the button I'm not gonna see bet here. Make a little bit an earlier position than I would. I'll take that. Of course there's some full houses in the mix. 6, 7, A6. 7s, 10s. You have a pair on the floor? No, he didn't have a pair. He didn't have a pair of 7s, right? Oh, he had him in rough shape then. Actually, no, he had the other flush draw as well. Oh, that panda guy is sitting on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10 tables. I have no idea how he is affording that. Because I don't think he's profitable the way he plays. Certainly not profitable against us. No, you don't know if you will be home? Oh man, bummer. I mean, not all the giveaways are gonna happen right away. I think I'm gonna start giving away like 1 or 2 gift subscriptions and then, you know, do a different giveaway every half hour or something like that. But that is a bummer. Nothing going on for us currently, anywhere. Still sitting on 4 tables, all of them PLO 20. Jeez. Always fun to keep an eye on Panda. So let's... Unless we get a decent hand and a splash down here. The Ace Queen Jack 9. I think the Ace Queen Jack 10 can actually be a raise. Let's check that out. Cut off. Ace Queen Jack 10. Yeah, actually Jack 9 can be a raise. Also very interesting. Not a super great flop. We've seen worse, but... So I guess we'll... To be really confident to win this, we would need to make the nuts, right? Queen is probably not gonna do it. Ace is probably not gonna do it. Oh well. Pandamania? Oh, sure. If you're the original raiser, then yes, please. Nope, not on the small blind. Yeah, this guy found a flop he likes. Fair enough. I wish I would. it ain't over until the fat lady sings, and I ain't hearing no opera music yet. Oh, that is a bummer. Both of you, and you won't be playing in the home game either? Damn. Damn, that's not happy to hear that, I tell you that much. Oh, by the way, I heard something interesting, and apparently Kippery heard it too, so it's probably true. That Twitch is now deleting all clips on all channels that have copyrighted music in them. So I kind of feel better now for having never gone that route and having used, you know, royalty-free music, or music that I was able to license, rather. This is close-ish. There's one guy sitting out. Yeah, actually with Panda behind us, I'm not so hot about it. He's likely to 3-bet a lot. Very happy he doesn't this time. And let's say 3-bet king queen check 5 double suited on the button versus. Okay, yeah, I remember. Very happy that the double barrel worked. Yeah, checking there would be a disaster. And it wouldn't make any sense for me to check any value hand there. At least not to check an 8. Like an overpair might be a little bit different. But then I would actually want him to have some bluffs in there, and might want to check. Waiting for the terrible downswing. Me too! I know when it's gonna come too. I can give you the exact date and time. Do they know? I'm very happy to hear that you're apparently still doing awesome. The PLO 2, I like it, Chaucer. It makes me very happy. Good. Yeah, for me it's gonna come next Tuesday. 3 o'clock in the afternoon, Central European German time. Because that's when we'll have the first PLO 50 stream ever! And it would be the first time that I would be able to avoid the move-up curse. Never been able to do that so far. Hang on, I'll be back in a moment. Ah, nice looking hand down here, which is a clear fold. Deuce and a 3. Just drags his hand down so much that being double suited and having an ace and a 10 in there is not enough to save it. And you know, you're not getting a flop like this all that often, so it's all good. Here I'm almost tempted. Almost tempted. If this guy was tight, I would call. Hoping that they both have high cards. Would have made a flush. Would have, should have, could have. So yeah, PLO 20 is treating you. PLO 2 is treating you nice, Chaucer, huh? Awesome. Okay, we've got some potentially interesting hands. I don't think this one is a raise, especially not against a tight guy. Calling suits me just fine. Let's check this out, but I really doubt it. Would be surprised if it is. Then again, I've been surprised before. Against a tight player, I kind of fancy that. Doing that every once in a while, because you know, they're tight players in generally, I always think they don't raise that many rundowns and stuff. Maybe we're crushing this board. Maybe even checking behind is an option here. And the 5-3 is indeed a pure call there with the kings in the big blind. Interestingly enough, the 5-4 would be a raise fold. Fancy that. And we now have 2 full RunItOnce tables going. That's awesome. Big pot here, apparently. This one's a little bit too weak under the gun. Make it MP and it's probably fine. Should just check that out too. While we're at it, King, Queen, Jack. Well, let's see. Nope, not even an MP. Then I would guess only on the button then, probably not even in the cutoff. Yeah, button for sure. Talking about the King, Queen, Jack, Deuce, of course, seeing as suited. Yeah, only the button. Really? With the 3 betting? Me. Yeah, of course you can have terrible runs. This one is right in the border, but I think I just saw this exact hand when I checked out the other one. And the cutoff this is fine. MP this would still be a fold. Yeah, that's perfect. Being a raise fold here in the cutoff. Yeah, of course, Charles, you can have terrible runs, but I mean, I experienced the same. PLO 2 was awesome. PLO 4 was pretty much the same, for that matter. Let's take one off here. That's not gonna make it any easier. King 10, of course, something that would beat us. Not sure if King 10 would bet here. King 10 probably... I want to call. He either has a set or... I don't even know what the answer to or is. I can't really put him on a set either. I have no idea where I'm at. He did have the low set, okay. So happy / unhappy about how that went. Ah, you know what? Not being results oriented, but I didn't think that one through. I was on the right track, and that would have been a nice spot to really dive deeper in the to really think more and come in with the raise, because he's not gonna have a straight there. He's not checking a straight on the turn. He is checking a set on a turn, being afraid of a straight. And he's not having the 8-9, like, basically ever. He's not having a 6-8-9 maybe, but yeah, he has almost no 6-9s there, so it's almost never rivers a straight. I think this is a fun, yeah, this is a fun spot. I'm gonna copy that one out. Think about it later. You can post it to the Discord. Specifically asking about how people would feel about a river race. Tough to say for German, at least for this German. Yeah, yeah, I like that. Chip and Chip. Now, that would also be, that's an excellent poker site or even Twitch channel name. Chip and Chip. I don't think we shipped anything in the recent past. We got shipped on. So they both checked. I raised, which I'm not sure if that is a thing to do here under the gun. And I called the 3-bet, which I don't have an opinion about, to be honest. Now they all checked. I'm the most likely to actually have checked a decent hand here on the flop, out of position. I have a lot of excellent blockers, I have a lot of excellent gutters. A decent number of outs here. Yeah, this was a little bit more fun. Don't think so. I didn't need another straight card. Ugh. Not a huge profit, but definitely a lot of fun. At least when we don't get caught. The amount of fun goes down rapidly with the amount of calls we get there. Oh, hell no, that would be the wrong button. Actually, would it? Yeah, would. Let me double check nevertheless. Button versus under the gun. Because with the ace king, maybe this is actually a raise. Nope. This is a weird spot. This is a spot that I'm not sure that it should be done like this on the micros. I'm not saying it shouldn't. I'm saying I generally don't know. Like, check out the matrix for this spot, for this exact spot. Like us on the button versus a under the gun opener with this exact hand. Ace king and ace queen double suited would be only calls. Whereas ace jack through ace 7 would be raised folds. I really can't make anything of that. So let's figure this out. Probably because they flop weaker, so you have an added incentive of ending the hand right there. That would make sense, right? Ace king, ace queen suited with a pair can flop really strong. The further down you go with the side card to the ace, that less and less this is true. I think that's kind of a good approach to think about that. Having regrets about mixing nuts with raisins. Actually, I do. I don't like raisins at all. Ooh, we have to join this table, we have to do it now, and we have to post blinds. Move another table out of the way. I'm gonna keep 5 tables open for now. But this one is gonna be the one to watch. As long as this guy is around, life is amazing. Seeing that we have position on him just can't get any better. This is the Pandamania dude is bordering on Maniac. This guy is a true nut. Completely and utterly mental. Fun guy. Okay, how about the nut flush, huh? Eh. Yeah, because, you know, of hands like that. The Jack 8, 7, 4 single suited to the 7. Or 8, 7. You know, over 90 hands, he 3-bet 65% and 4-bet 55% of his hands. That's gonna be fun. Let's just keep this table in view. Unless something major happens on another table. Oh, and he's sitting on 2 tables, really? Oh, and the other one he's sitting out, fair enough. Damn it. Actually, I could have even gone for the check raise, maybe. And I don't mind the lead. Don't mind the lead at all. Pretty sweet turn all in all, having all the jacks here. To wrap the nuts. Very foldy character. So note to self, if he like raises or calls flop and turn, we really need a good hand in order to have any chance of winning. Up here, nothing we can do. Down here, we're gonna come over the top if he raises. I mean, with this hand, we would come over the top of any button open. Even if he 3-bets now over Panda, which is not unlikely at all. And now I'm, you know, really hoping that Panda doesn't come along. He still have a decent hand if he does, but yeah, that's perfect. And you can put it all in, that's fair. Ugh, what a horrible flop. He has $4 left. He has an ace, actually. How about we get lucky once? No? But then again, he would have also called with, you know, a pair of 6s on this board. This gentleman, he's not folding much post. Of course, not a great flop. Not a great outcome, but it is what it is. So on an additional table where this gentleman is sitting, I found an open seat as well to his immediate left. Unfortunately there he's sitting out right now, but I wanted to snag up the seat in case he reloads on that table. I'm gonna be a little bit more busy having 6 tables open right now. I'll do my best to bring them over once something interesting happens on one of the off-screen tables though. Here's is definitely a fold in the small blind. What are these guys up to? What happened there? What did this guy have in the end? Not the end, he had a straight, but what do you have on the flop? He had an open-ender on the paired board, really? Well, more of a wrap, but still. Seems ambitious. Also a fairly ambitious hand. But we're gonna play as many hands as we can against this gentleman. Also not gonna fold for that very reason. That's gonna be... wow. Really hope the other guy goes out, okay. Come on, do something nice. We have all the flush draws. Ah! Too bad. Too bad. Nah. Took down a nice 50 BB pot, 50 BB profit on an off-screen table against Panda. He left! How can you leave? We donated to him quite a bit there. Ooh, but he reloaded on the other table. Oh, that's awesome. Okay. Let's bring that one over then. I know that it was not about fold equity offspring. That's of course completely correct. It's just I know this guy and he calls there with a pair of 6s. Yeah, so that one I don't really mind. Actually, I don't mind either of these hands. Having gone all in with over the top there with the pair of 5s and the flush draw. We actually got the... we're in decent shape there. Let's check it out against his specific hand. Which of course we couldn't assume that he had that hand. Would have easily had us in very bad shape. On the flop we were actually a favorite. 58 to 42%. So that one I don't mind. Just a little bit unlucky all in all. There with the runouts and the sets and the boards. I'm gonna close the off-screen tables in a moment, because they all got less and less exciting. Not gonna fold here, naturally. That's a fine flop, I would say. In position, let's just call here. Let's not inflate the pot just yet. Yeah, case in point, you know. Guy calls us the 7 deuce on this board in the end. He was right, though, but that was why I went all in there, in the other spot. He's a rather loose gentleman. Ooh, we got a nice hand up here. Okay, acceptable. It was top pair, second nut flush, and a gutter. Actually, gutter to the straight flush. Sorry, here. I believe I had the wrong table and focused there for a moment. Over here we have quite an interesting spot as well. With the blockers, I don't mind betting here, instead of checking behind, which is what we did on the flop. He raises. Okay, need to get the diamond. Nope. Took it down on the other table. So 1 for 2. Yeah! Did you see Winamp? How did you see Winamp? Oh, I guess the icon on the how the world did you see Winamp? Oh, I guess in the task bar. Yeah. I haven't used it in ages, to be honest, because I wasn't listening to much music in the last years. But for the stream, it's proven to be very useful, because for Winamp I found a bot, like a little plugin that I can use in order to have the song title on stream. And of course, Winamp Classic, like the old school layout, the old school look of Winamp. They're playing for a decent one here. It's a Jack Deuce, and he had a wrap. Okay. Fun guys. Yeah, I couldn't justify the call. Even against him, out of position. Want to have a little bit more of a hand there. Over here, how big is the splash? Definitely not big enough. We have a fine hand here. It's the classic under the gun min raise. Yeah, I love me some Winamp. It really whips the llama's ass, don't you know? Yeah, it's not a bad board to keep c-betting in a 3-bet pot. Also not a bad one to fold if we get raised. But yeah, as a 3-better, this is a board I'm never not c-betting on. It's gonna be a raise fold in case this guy just checks. He was in a hurry, needed a post under the gun, no? Pot down here, let's see what happens in the end. Really takes it down. Up here I get raised and I'm gonna stick to them guns and let it go. Now here, if it's a single raise pot, if he's the first raiser, I'm gonna call on the button. So pretty Pretty bad paired hand, obviously, but he's usually not sticking around all too long, so I want to play as many hands as I can that are even remotely reasonable. Same principle applies. If I get raised, I'm gonna let it go. So I'm gonna get back to that. Let's see what how these guys end up finishing that hand. Rather quickly, apparently. Nah. He could have had so much random crap there. Again, not a call I usually make. Did make that straight, huh? Wow, and he's sitting down at the PLO 50 table. Well, if I get a seat there, I'll short stack on that table. Not gonna pass that up. I haven't short stacked in a few days. I did a little bit this month and I decided I'm pretty much done with short stacking. But that would be a spot that I'm not gonna pass up. Nah, I was thinking maybe come over the top here. But maybe a little too ambitious even against a complete nutcase. I think people here have gotten wise to the fact as to who is sitting with them at the table. Everybody wants to be in hands now. With Mr. Villar, or whatever, however you pronounce that. Not a happy turn. He's 5 in the end, huh? Okay. Questions what to... Wow, really? Ugh. Why did you need to 3-bet? Make the 3 a 10 and I probably just call in here to gamble it up, but... I'm not gonna out crazy. Too bad. So I guess he does have... Okay, Ace King Queen Deuce. He makes the straight. It was tempting. It was a little bit tempting. Must be a high stakes player. That's probably it. I could have called here, but I would have had him in position. With a crappy hand, but still. Single raise pot. Should have called. You know, sometimes it is. Not when it's aces against aces, then I take the chop every time. No, I knew he was gonna leave soon. So he's probably gonna sit at another table. So it seems to be his MO. He sits down with 50 big blinds, and once he quadruples up, once he gets up to around 40, we've seen that twice now, he leaves the table. And he's sitting on 2 PLO 50 tables now. Wow. Raised here, that's not a big deal. It's also a pretty sweet flop for a change. Okay, found a seat on one of the short stacking tables. So gonna post there right away. It's pretty sweet of you. Bad pot here. Don't do it to me. Wonderful. That check on the flop there worked wonders. So now I'm gonna leave the table down here, not to hit and run, but because I need some space on the screen. And I don't want to play 6 tables right now. It's asking a little bit much. Alright, and interestingly enough, absolutely nothing happened in the meantime on RunItOnce. I got basically no hands, right? Because otherwise I would have switched over. So running pretty massively under EB once more. On micro. It'll change for sure, Chowser. The more scarred your mental tissue gets, the more hardened your soul by bad beats and variants. He busted one of the PLO 50 table, the gentleman. Need to let this go. Yes, indeed. He left at one table, okay, then so shall I, just before the blinds come around. That's perfect. Okay, let's bring that short stacking table over. Ooh, we got a very nice hand on another table. Let's watch this first, though. Just a call for the pot size. Wow, we got nice hands all over the place. We might not be able to watch the rest of this hand. Okay, the one hand we got a walk. One nice one was a perfectly double suited jack high rundown. Jack, really? Wow! He called it the pot size with the jack high flush. Wow, what does he know that we don't? This being the PLO 50 table where we're short second. We are right across the table from us. And that's a wonderful hand. Double suited aces with a jack and a 10 in them. I think they're pretty much like among the strongest aces, right? They're stronger than aces king queen, I believe, even. So you can make more straights. Don't quote me on that, but I think so. Wow. Gonna do it like that, huh? Oh well, he's short, we don't need to Hollywood here. He's never gonna fold. His aces as well. Ours are like way better, really. Get the flush draw right away. Don't microgaming, I tell you. Microgaming has been so very nasty to me in the past in spots like this. Too bad that the board is discoordinated. Over here, certainly gonna call. Can't really justify it with the guy behind. It's close-ish. Gonna check and call. Gonna check and call over here. Not in love with that bet sizing. Ooh, against quads. Now that's a tough mountain to climb. We have aces here. You know what? That's a sleepy dude. Bit uncertain what the move is there. Yeah, know what the move is now at least. And here I really hope this guy calls. Even if he doesn't, I might come over the top. It's a splash pot. Yeah, perfect. Now that's much better. I've observed a few pots between these two guys, and they're rather loose, to say it mildly. Scaramanga! Nice to see you in the channel. Hang on, I'm gonna take a look at your question in a moment. Ooh, now that's a rough flop. Might triple up here unless I get screwed over. You know, I shouldn't have been in his hand. I straight up wanted to gamble it up here. I freely admit this, that. But we tripled up, which is awesome. Yeah, that would have been exactly my move. Had he checked. Would have been exactly what I would have done. Okay, Vilar is done for now, so the action kinda ceased. Got lucky there, no doubt. I wasn't tilted or anything, I just wanted to straight up gamble it up there. Right, so how much would you say your game has improved from being a member of the mastermind? Quite a lot, I would say. So is the short answer. So 6%. That's something that a hamster man would say. Right, so first up, disclaimer, I've been getting the mastermind for free for I think 2 months now, in exchange for putting a banner on my channel. I've paid for it in the past, and the opinion I'm going to give you is still going to be my own, uninfluenced by me getting by the fact that I'm getting it for free. I just thought I'd mention it for completeness sake. So I honestly really dig the mastermind, which is why I ended up paying for it a bunch of times. So it has indeed improved quite a lot. I love the lessons. They are very clearly structured. They're very numerous. You have the launchpad, which is kind of for people that already have experience with either poker or PLO a little bit, and shows you the most important. The first 8 videos, I believe, are like 10 minutes long. They show you give you an overview of the most important 8 concepts as deemed by Jane Anders and the mastermind people. And then they have another 20-25 videos currently in that single course, on that subsection of the mastermind, where they're going into surprising depth already, using solvers and all that stuff, and it is presented in a very clear and concise and comprehensive manner, I feel. And it's easy to, for me, it's easy to understand what they're talking about. It's very visual. They have a lot of visual aids and stuff. And then besides that, they have a lot of courses like that deal with very specialized stuff, where they really get into the gritty details of it all. For example, 3-bet pots, 3-bet multi-way, what you do out of position, single raise pots, multi-way, PLO tournaments, and for most lessons they also have a quiz after, I think for most of the videos at this point. So they have a quiz after each video, an interactive quiz of course, which gives you a result right away once you answer. So the quiz usually has a short summary of what the video was about, and asks you various questions, multiple choice, and yeah, then you get a score, so you know like how well did I absorb, how well did I internalize the concept from the video, and I love it. I think it's awesome. See if you can, in a small pot, bluff them out. Thank you, Scaramanga. I ran hot here and there, but I also ran bad here and there, and matter of fact, in March I broke even. I took down like 20 buy-ins and rakeback, but pre-rakeback I broke pretty much to the penny. I broke even. But I'll be curious what the BB per 100 is myself, once the hand history downloads are enabled. So on microgaming we are now up around $10. So we started the session, the first session we were up $100, so 5 buy-ins. Then we got a few bad beats. We didn't get the money in particularly bad that often. We just didn't hold or got drawn out on not like huge bad beats except for the runner straight flush earlier, but the rest was pretty standard PLO stuff. And in total we are now up 1 buy-in for the day. So for the session we are down around 4. For the day we're still up 1 buy-in, and there are not many spots where I can really go like, man, I shouldn't have done that, I think. So I'll take it as at face value. King Jack 8-6. Evening Delta, welcome back. Right, and Scaramanga, I can put the results here in the chat because it's not all pre-rakeback. There's definitely rakeback stuff in there as well. So 222 buy-ins straight up profit. Although there again there's like $500 in there of the deposit bonus, which I really didn't feel like differentiating further. It's in there for historical reasons basically, because I forgot about the bonus in the beginning when I tracked my results. And 54 buy-ins are from the streamer rakeback. And also important to note, for full completeness sake, that around half of these are from PLO 10 still, whereas Sen ran the first month. The first month I took down like pre-rakeback, but including the deposit bonus, I took down like almost 100 buy-ins, like 96 or something, and with the rakeback I was up over 100 buy-ins this month. So that was proper crazy. Especially, I was over the moon because I was coming from the short stacking background, which is what I did for the last 1.5 years. Didn't really play much PLO with 100 BB. Well, none at all. What's your golden gun? I assumed it has meaning to the Scaramanga. I hope it does. Might be a case of over c-betting here. Then again, it's a pretty dry board. This one's not a 3-bet pot. I just realized as soon as I clicked that bet button. Checking there is the way to go. That was a mistake. Get most of a hand here. That's actually not a horrible hand at all. Really, with the snap call, huh? Middle position. I really don't want to get raised, and I really want to see a river here. Ugh. Well, I should have further specified what kind of river I would have liked to see. Yeah, I'll make a lot of... Yeah, that's true. Ambition. That's very true. So I'm not beating myself up about mistakes all too often. There are some spots where afterwards I go like, oh man, that really wasn't necessary, but generally speaking, I sleep very well after my sessions. Of course, I should mention now that there are a few viewers, potentially a few new viewers, we have a huge giveaway this Sunday. I'll just have the bot do it for me. What's that bot good for otherwise? To celebrate... Well, it's all there. It's all there. It's just nothing going on for us on RunItOnce for like 20 minutes or something. I'm sure I'm forgetting like 1 or 2 hands, but... Huh. Scaramanga, thank you. Sincerely so, because I can... For that I'll take all the good luck that I can get. He's so very happy after a moving up curse passes me by for once. Which I've been subbing to pretty much every time I moved up. Oh, fingers crossed. Of course, the name sounded vaguely familiar. An ambition almost. I have like 90. Something like that. But I figured I might be costing myself money by not moving up earlier, and also... So here's what's gonna happen. I'm gonna move up, and if I run bad, I can either drop back down, or I can stay and pull some money out of a sort of investment that I have, which I would prefer not to do. But should I run bad, and significantly bad, then I can... Yeah, I'll play it by ear then. I'll figure out what I do in that case. Scaramanga, awesome! From PLO, no, and soon moving to PLO 200. That is awesome. Yeah, these are the kind of hands we're getting, and with Suitor Days closing, not with these side cards, to be honest, out of position. That would have been an interesting one. I mean, the Ace-King part I loved, of course, but... What one in the end? 6s and 3s. But yeah, the 7 to 3 really did nothing for us there. Oh, you played mid-stakes earlier in the past? Just back to it now. Awesome. Still. Good story. That's the kind of story I like. The button maybe, but just because I haven't played a hand in a while. Wow. That worked out nicely. Why can't you? I assume you're in a restricted country? Wow, they're playing a huge one. It's 10 and 3 and he made a nut flush on the turn. Wow! Lol, huh? Wow, we're liking this guy. Going all in there with on that board with 10s and 3s, top and bottom. Is this the one where he has the queens, really? Okay, let's see what we're up against. Against the flush draw, huh? Phew. Nice hand, and I'm not even being sarcastic there. Maybe I should have just not said anything. I think he perceives that of being sarcastic, and I can hardly tell him that I'm not sarcastic. Thanks for your vote of confidence, Garamanja. I hope you're right. I would appreciate it. So how are our micro gaming tables looking? This one is looking alrightish. Here we have this guy who's nice, this guy who's nice, this guy who's very loose aggressive. Wow, that's an interesting guy. Not necessarily a nice one to have to our. You know what? Actually, I'm gonna leave this table. I'm gonna open up another one. So he is a 33, 27, 18 player. Folds to 3 bets, way under folds to 3 bets, 29% only. But there are some fierce stats here, man. Jesus. Talking like a 10 buy-in shot? No, not really. I haven't completely formulated a plan of attack in my mind. But I'm not really talking 10 buy-in shot. I'm willing to go with like 20, 25, I think, before I really have to reevaluate. Maybe 30 even. Yeah, something like that. Could get hairy. Could get hairy. Not helping. Question is he gonna call with a flush in the end. I think we're gonna have to risk it, because I would hate to check and have him win it with like a 5-4 high flush or something. And he seems to be the guy who could very well show up with a hand like that. Yeah, I'm not. That's very true, Scaramanga. I'm a bankroll net. So when I move up to a level, I want to have 100 buy-ins. This time I'm moving up with 90. Which are my actual poker bankroll. As I said, I do have some money in one place, which is not part of my bankroll, which I would rather not pull in, but if worst comes to worst, then I can either move down, work my way back up, or pull that money in. It's probably going to depend on the reasons why I'm down, should I be down, and all that. Danish like you, but there is hope, right? They're working on getting Denmark into the RunItOnce community. Yeah, this table we're leaving. These guys are nice. These guys are to our right. We're not worried about having tight aggressive players to our right, but this guy, it's gonna be very tough to play against him, judging by his stats. I mean, there is room for exploits here. He folds to a flop c-bet in position, only 29%, but overfolds a little bit out of position with 75. But yeah, if I would be interested in playing against him, then certainly not out of position here. Ooh. That qualifies as a decent hand. The ace, king, jack, double suited. Oh, very nice. Wow, and this qualifies as a decent stack. Actually, both of them have us covered. That's an insane rake. Still better than stars, right? Which is even more insane. Stars like more than 20, I think I've heard. Yeah, in a second race pot then, I don't need to see bet here. The board pairing part is attractive. But having absolutely no hearts, easy to let it go, I think. Cool. Whew. Small pop, but those count as well. Decent hand on the new PLO 20 table. I'll just bring it over real quick. Yeah, I don't, and it's conversely to break free from the micro stakes. That's I completely agree. And in the meanwhile, have a side where you get decent rake back. Go bonus whoring a lot. If you can't play on Run It Once, then that's probably a good idea. That's what I did, and it helped my bankroll immensely. Now we're in some interesting spots here, all over the place. I'm gonna go with this actually. Sorry, took it down on table 1 with the half pot size c-bet. Yeah, this hand plays much better heads up. We can call if he comes over the top. Just gonna go all in here. Of course, you know, hoping that he really doesn't have a 5. Come on! 7? Anything that's not a 5, he's folding kings there, I think. Queens are never calling. Oh well. Offspring! Welcome back to the channel. Getting some pretty hands tonight. Yeah, now we're getting some. So I think the whole way this hand went, I don't mind anything about it. It's just the way it shakes out sometimes. I took down, I made €10 profit on the other table that I was trying to get rid of because I missed the blinds getting around here in this one. So in Run It Once, we're basically breaking even for the day. Having had some run bet earlier, not talking about this hand here. And on micro, we are up like 10, half a buy-in, so we're up half a buy-in for the day. Kind of a pity we were up 5 buy-ins at some point, but then again, it ain't over yet. Tank roll. Tank roll is also a good word. We're working on it. Yeah, right. I remember you asking that, and I heard that before, that they're in talks with the regulators in Denmark. He's a splash the pot happy caller, that guy. Might be useful in the future. You and me both, Scaramanga. I hope he's successful as well. What we need at the moment is the new patch. And I think that's going to be a point in time where a lot of players are going to return, new players are going to join, and much bigger is going to be when they add resizable tables, because I keep reading that all the time, that people are waiting for that. This table is getting down to three-handed. Let's see how that develops. Okay, managed to close the table on the side. Now only sitting on 4 tables. We don't have a decent stack anywhere right now. One of those days, one of those sessions currently. Eh. I don't know about the ambition. I mean, yeah, okay. The reason why I don't do these bets in these spots currently is that something Kippery said, where he said, I shouldn't have called here, by the way. Where he said that he attacks those bet sizes pretty relentlessly. So I'm not negating what you're saying. Actually, what I'm saying is I'll think about it. I'll take it into account and happily. Actually, I'll start a discussion to that effect on the Discord. I'm curious what other people think. Now, what are we gonna do here? She's gonna take one off. See if he comes down on the turn. Okay. Yeah, noted, Ambition. Thanks. That's the bet sizing advice there. I'm gonna stick around for a few hands here, see if this guy comes back. Otherwise, I'm gonna close that table. That solves that. Okay, I'll be on the lookout for a new PLO 20 table. Oh, this guy. Oh, he's so very short, really. He's also so very crazy. Fuck D. Welcome back to the channel, Fuck D. Let me... I'll probably best give you a link for that. Hang on. So the rake it's RunItOnce isn't it's definitely not among the cheapest, but with the 51% rake back everybody is getting, it's definitely lower than I think all its competitors. But I'll give you a link, an exact link for that. Right, there you go. Good race play. This guy now is at a very different spot, very different hand. Alright, I forgot about that. Or I'm not sure if I knew that, the Alter, that used to be a fixed limit player as well. A man after my own heart. Really? Pairing the board on me? Try to block ace-9. There's some ace-6s, ace-4s, sure. I think I'm a little shell-shocked. Well, not shell-shocked now, but... also not tilting, but I'm still very interested in calling here. What the heck did he have? 6s. Okay, wow. That's a 10-8-6-6. I guess unfortunately that makes sense. I mean, it's not that historically I ran well when it came to calling pot-sized bets on the river. I've gotten most of them out of my system. This time I was curious, I guess is the answer there. Did win 50 BBs on another table, which I thought I had in view. Ooh, now that's a little more like it. A little bit. Got a caller as well from Mr. Call You Bluff. Ooh, and the new PLO 20 table opens on RunItOnce. Sweet. Now hopefully that shuts him out. It doesn't, unfortunately. I mean, we're still gonna play for a decent side pot. Please don't have aces as well. You're up against a lot of stuff. He doesn't have kings though. He has queens, I think, right? Does he? No, he doesn't! We triple up! 33, 38 in profit there. Right on. That is definitely helping the cause. Alright, now we're up more than 2 binds again for the day. This one I miss. You know, don't look down on me if I at least not too much, please. If I play horribly heads up. I am horrible at heads up. I hate it when sides do that, when you just can't figure out what your rakeback is, and it's just so obfuscated, I guess is the word. Nebulous would be another good one. Just almost impossible to figure out with some sides. Looks like this guy's sitting back in. Looks like we flop awesome here. Probably could have let... And check on the flop. First of all, let's check out what's happening here. Ooh, we got a nice hand. Get called. She's gonna check and maybe let him bluff here if he wants to. So Okay, and a red, but no spades. Let's start out by checking. There's spade. No point in betting now. Did you make 2 pair? Nope. Kommissar Köster. Okay, let's just call these. We're so very deep against this guy. I don't know who Kommissar Köster is, but it sounds good. So here, if this guy doesn't come back, I'm gonna leave this table. So we have this guy isn't so fishy. Yeah, I think I shall. Don't mind. Also don't mind taking the profit away there. But the other guy that was deep stack was still alright, which is sweet. That part, but a tight aggro player, quite decent player. And basically no spot at the table at that point. This guy is involved in any pot whenever I check out this table. I see him involved. The next 4 times stay bombed. Kommissar Köster, yeah, also probably to East German. So we didn't, you know, we had spotty access to Western media, let's put it like that. But most likely just too young, yeah. Okay, new table found. And all is well. Now that is a splash. Oh, der Alte, there's the show we talked about yesterday, der Alte. What was it? Der Kommissar. That one I do know. Okay, now we do have some outs. I kind of dig the song, by the way. That one is kind of cool. For copyright-free music. Well, if you call as well, then I can't really. The 8 is not gonna make me insanely happy. By any means. Where's the shot? Actually, let's keep watching. I do too, yeah, the home game and the special giveaway later. What did he have? Queen. Wow, we're liking this guy. Very loose passive indeed, huh? Wow. Jesus. Down here, so we're effectively in MP. I don't think so, because I think he's gonna call a lot. He's getting a discount. Right, for those of you who may possibly just joined in, I'm gonna put the bot to work. And have the bot tell you that we are about to have a very nice giveaway, if I say so myself, giving away 1 month of Elite RunItOnce membership, 1 month of the PLO Matrix, and 5 subscriptions to the channel. And I mean, I don't know anything. There's possibly one other thing we could give away. I decided to be even a little bit more cheeky and ask the Mastermind if they wanna give us a month as well. But they might not read it. The dude I wrote to, the gentleman I wrote to, dude sounds demeaning, might not be on before Monday or whatever. So don't get your hopes up. I'm not getting my hopes up. And I wrote them as much that they've done so. They and Jay Hernandez did so much for me already that I couldn't really hope for anything more. On the other hand, I figured question ain't gonna hurt. Down here, not gonna fold. Button versus small blind. Here I could check, but I don't want to. No, I will. It's a pity. Now, hang on. Let's deal with this first. Oh, I had top 2. I didn't notice the queen in my hand there. I'll let you know what happens here. Now here the problem is we block. Wait, he raises us? But I have all the 5s in my hand. Fuck, now we're in 2 really tough spots. Kinda inclined to fold them both, to be honest. Yeah, we block the draws he could be having quite heavily here. This one I'm letting go. Here I'm really mystified. I'd like to buy a larger time bank, please. Go for the check raise here with what? Can't figure this one out. Yes! Yes! That will make me insanely happy. Woo. Woo. Sorry for the weird noises and movements, but I had nothing in my repertoire for that one. Just gonna check it down. And here we flop nicely. We want the matrix. So I'm assuming you don't want me to exempt mods from the giveaway, huh? Right, wheels. The splash pot, the added money. Here you can see the amount if you mouse over. Sorry, if you mouse over, you see the amount. In the next patch, it'll be displayed more clearly. First of all, let me call here, hoping we didn't get drawn out on. Oh, the straight! I didn't see the straight. I did see that there was a straight on board. Then I wouldn't have bet. Damn it. Donked off most of the profit there. Yeah, that's the rake back. Okay, the Alta already took care of everything there. Yeah, that was my bad. That was entirely self-inflicted. Duh. What? I heard the noise. Something happened. Scaramanga, thank you very much for the follow. Appreciate it. I'm gonna let this go in here. We're happily checking behind. Yeah, sorry with the links. I don't know what it was for. Whisper it to me, Offspring, and I can post it. Wheels, right? So you got most of the answer there already, and that's pretty much it. So they collect rake, and 51% of that they give back to everybody in the form of splashed pots. And the splash pots vary from small splashes. The small splashes go up to 24 big blinds, so it's not a fixed sum, it's always big blinds that we're talking about. And with the ace I took it out. And then there are huge splashes. Let it go. Then there are huge splashes which range from 100 big blinds, which I've seen only once I think, and more commonly between 200 and 1000 big blinds for any given stake. Of course, the higher you play, the more rarer the huge splashes are, because, you know, they need to collect that rake in the first place. And they're all divided, so you're not going to get the rake back from a PLO 10 table on a PLO 20 table. So the rake gets collected for each stake and then gets given back for each stake separately. And we've had a bunch of fun with 1k big blind splashes. So they just built PLO 20, you know, they put $200 in the pot and everybody goes crazy and goes all in, and it's a lot of fun. And we made a huge profit there in those spots as well. Even with the double gutter, can't really do it here against this bet sizing. Oh, the queen. And it didn't have top 2 at bottom set. But yeah, damn. That's a GTO way there. Don't look yourself, so your opponent will never be able to figure you out. Not the MPN guys. With the MPN, I asked the RunItOnce guys, if it's kosher. Turned out it is. And with the RunItOnce guy, so that was RunItOnce. And with microgaming, I just read their terms and conditions and found nothing to the contrary. Can't do it. That was sad, man. Such a nice call, and then I dunk it all off the next hand or the hand afterwards because I didn't see all the components on the board for what they were. Too bad. Wow, that's a lot of aces. Interesting flop. And that is mighty nice that he comes in for the 3-bet right away, and then, you know, this is perfect for triple suited aces. We're not going to face any tough flop spots, at least not many. Because we're going to go all in on a lot of flops here. First at 9 isn't great. That's an awesome flop for this hand. I folded on the other table. He has kings, and he has a pair from the board as well, but he's drawing pretty thin. Please have that remain true. Yes. Nice. Again, a table that's losing its appeal, but I'm not gonna leave it just yet. This guy is short. Actually, that's not a great table, but still I'm gonna stick around for a while. Just gonna check, there's no need to turn this into a bluff, I feel. It is a cool way, yeah, and I agree. And you also... Hang on, this one I'm letting go. It's Luigi. And the beauty of it is, first of all, the huge splashes, of course, they're just... They're fun. If you, unless you're playing with a short bankroll, then they can be nerve-wracking. But if you don't really mind putting a buy in there blind to gamble, so to quote, you're always going to put it in with plus EV, you know. If they put 200 or 160 or even just $80 in there at PLO 20. Oh, why the hell did I check here? I mean, obviously now I don't mind, but I shouldn't have checked that flop. Misplayed that flop, sorry. Right, so yeah, the benefits of the large splashes, of the huge splashes are obvious. What the beauty of it is that in the small splashes, people lose their minds. It's like so often at PLO 10, all the time, at PLO 20 we see it often enough. Often enough that we have special abbreviations for like Splash the Pot Maniac, Splash the Pot Happy Razor, and Splash the Pot Happy Caller, I believe is what we have. And you know, they're fighting for those 6 big blinds rakeback or 5 big blinds rakeback that RunItOnce puts into the pot with the most ludicrous of hands. And that's when it starts to become really profitable for players who take care of their ranges there a little bit, who don't try to out crazy, basically. This guy is doing calling going all in with the ace king 6-4 suited to the king. Wow. Okay, now I am leaving this table. There's only this guy left, he's short. Not a profitable table to be on anymore. Here, a new guy joined, which is awesome. I'm gonna take one off here. No, not at 100 BB offspring. Let's check it out. But especially not if there's already a 3-better in there. At 100 BB, you're never making a mistake to come over the top. It's still profitable. Hope we're not losing a big one here. Maybe not. If he comes over the top, it gets ugly. Gets proper ugly. I'll check out that triple ace hand in a moment. If he has 10s, we're almost dead. Not a snap call. Not a snap call. Come on, just fold it. Just fold it. Yes! Oh, my poor old heart! I set down on a different PLO table. Here I sat down with a little more, because that's what I last left with, but that I don't mind. Don't have a deep stack, especially not a tight deep stack to our left. Ooh, got a nice hand on here. So how are we doing? I think on micro we are still on RunItOnce we're down a little bit more. Yeah, actually on RunItOnce we're down. Let me think. Just gonna check here. A buy-in, pretty much. but on micro, we're currently up 60, 73, so we're up 50, a tiny bit more than 50, so 2.5 binds. Right, so the triple aces hand there. This guy is still being so very active. Triple aces hand, and that one would have been a cold 4-bet. I actually have category for that in the matrix. Yeah, I'll show you. Just a cold 4-bet, no matter position. All the triple aces. There's a single suited, so even if they're quadruple suited, if they're completely offsuit, all of them are raise calls. So at turn BB, which is assumed here, raise call would equate raise all in. Raise count all in. Oh, hang on, sorry, maybe I had the wrong view here. I don't know if I had a table view, but now you can see it. That's the whole matrix for it. And the ace, deuce, the ace, ace 4, whatever, they're all raises there. That's 400 BB. If you're deeper, then I don't know. I'd rather not give you a wrong answer. I straight up don't know. Okay, so Fouché, the micro traffic, hang on. Well, there was a spot to shove. You know, I'm not... I do red hole sometimes, but I'm not afraid to gamble with my stack. Or to put it in. So I'm not knitting up after a double or triple up or anything like that. So let me check the traffic right now for you, Fouché. So this is the micro traffic right now. Actually, I can probably zoom in a little bit. So 1 cent, 2 cent, one table, 2 cent, 4 cent, one table. During the day, I think in general I had like somewhere between 3 and 4 tables each, sometimes more. Not that often less. Yeah. And also they have the Blaze poker, which I believe has now Hold'em as well. Is it? PLO as well. No, they only have Hold'em. In their Zoom equivalent, I mean. So never mind that, ignore that. Yeah, that's pretty much the answer there. I figured if he doesn't have tens, then we're never in horrible shape there. Also the no hearts. Yeah, I didn't consciously think about that. I'm not saying it's played a role subconsciously. I'm not saying I have to do my subconscious just yet. And let me just... I'll be back in a second. C-bet is off? I'm curious. As I always are when you put something in the chat, because you know your stuff. Hang on. Sorry, I had to negotiate with Louis the dog there if he really wants to stay outside or wants to come in. He settled on he can't hear him coming in. So it's 33. You know what? Let me get on my thoughts. Also check that my mic is on. You're probably right. The reason why I'm not, I see that a lot of 1/3, like especially the first 2 months of me playing. Then I watched a video, a couple of videos, bet sizing school on the mastermind, and they were operating only with pot and half pot. And in position they were going with a lot of pot size, half pot size. Out of position they were going with like 3/4. Sorry, then they weren't going with pot. They were going with 3/4 out of position. And so that kind of seeped in, and I, for now, have taken apparently have taken the 1/3 sizes out of my game. I'm not saying that's optimal, and yet I'll take that on board as well. Ambition, appreciate it. Get raised. Not gonna fold this. Check. Yeah, the check I can see. I think I am a little bit c-bet happy. Generally speaking, I'm really curious about that stat when I'm able to import hands. I have a distinctive feeling that it's gonna be on the high end. It's actually gonna be too high. Yeah. Yeah, they have, for volume, Pocket Stars is great, but it's just... Having received breakback from Ben in the past, I feel actively and personally insulted whenever I get like 3% back through one of these stupid chests, so Stars is not an option for me personally. Just because I feel insulted and made fun of. For tournaments still, Stars, I play there as well. When I play tournaments. But other than that, cash, nah. On the top here. And of course, for sure, happy to check. Like, I'll try to remember to keep an eye on it in the next days, and then I can give you maybe a more complete picture how it is during the day. It's been, you know, a long time since I checked out those tables habitually. Probably go with the check here. Down here we have nice aces, certainly nice enough for a squeeze. Well, all of the aces are. Duh. That's pretty hefty, never folding here. This is awesome, get to play for it all. So let's. Kings, huh? Come on! It's good to see that it doesn't only happen on microgaming. Up here the board paired. Let's see what he thinks about that. I'm gonna let it go. Oh, that was nasty. That was King 10-8 suited to the 10. No, actually let's take a note on that. 4-bet. Not 3-bet, 4-bet there. King 10-8 singer suited. Okay. And on tables, I think they do. I hear people do it, and they're apparently pretty decent as well. But there aren't any for microgaming, for PLO. You would pair both with okay. Noted. Noted indeed, Ambition. Actually proper noted, as I'm gonna copy it out. Please don't have a 5. That'll work. took it, noted it down in my yeah, note file, basically. Thanks, man. Secret part, I'm in position 50%. Okay, okay. Ah, yeah. I remember having seen that in a lot of Jane Anders videos as well. Play and explains and his YouTube videos. Yep. Yeah. Yeah, noted. And I'll immediately implement that as well. Here I'll immediately... That's a decent question. Let's go with the check first. Up here I got the limp re-raised, I believe. Not folding this hand. That scenario. I was not gonna call here. Charles, are there people better suited to give you an answer, but I believe, if I'm understanding the question correctly, how the solvers come up with their ranges is that they run like billions, like literally billions of simulations where they do all sorts of moves and not bet sizings, they only use the bet sizing you specify. But run simulations at how, in the long run, like raising here, checking there with what hands, and so on, is gonna work out, what is gonna be most profitable. And they of course assume that... I don't know how to finish that sentence, but yeah, that's what I know, but I'm not very knowledgeable about that part. When Frenchie is here, do talk to him about that. I think he knows that stuff. Good luck, Fouché, moving up to PLO 10. Wow, we have a PLO 10 table on Micro with an average pot size of 10. Which is bigger than all. It's twice as big as the most active PLO 20 table currently running on Micro, so yeah, sounds good. Nope. Oh, there's an all-in here. And doesn't he flop the world? Ooh, not anymore. Not folding this to a raise. At least not blind versus blind. Frau Schwein, welcome back. Yeah, the giraffe is gonna get a workover, by the way. Like, next week. Probably next week. Maybe the week after. It's gonna get a do-over, a makeover. That's the word I was looking for, not a workover. If there is offspring, then they won't run. Like, you can literally spend days trying to get a PLO sit and go to run there. Interesting flop. Oh, sort of, not hugely. Tough guy, yeah. Well, fair enough. Good grind. I think I'm playing okay. We got the money in. Overwhelmingly good, I think. Do correct me if I like misremember now massively, but I don't think I do. One time our nut turned nut flush. Got rivered by a runner. Straight flush. Right now we lost some guy 4-bet all in. King 10-8 when we had aces hit a king. But we're still doing alright. We're up like... hang on, I need to check that out. I have no idea. I checked the flop here. I have no idea why. I'll take one off. Wow. It's a good one to take off. Oof. Please don't have to... Ooh, that's wonderful. Assume the preflop ranges to soft spots. They assume GTO ranges, yes. I believe they do. I'm like 80% certain that that's the correct answer. Oh, Schwein. Yeah, let's check out how the grind is going. I know in RunItOnce we just lost an additional buy in there. So in RunItOnce we're down 50 bucks, pretty much exactly. On microgaming we are up around 75, so we are only up a little over than one buy-in currently. Where they get the ranges, I think the ranges they get with the method I previously described, having ran simulations. You have a very nice flop up here. It's a very call-happy gentleman. Against him I'm gonna size up a little bit too. Because he was really so very call-happy. We get raised on a rainbow board. I think I'm just putting it in here with top 2. You have some backdoor stuff as well. He comes in for the bet. I'm, again, just gonna put it in here. Calling there is also a very good option. Sorry, here. Wrong thing. Don't do me like that. Nice! Okay, update. We're up around, what was it, 25? 45 now. Still a little bit, no, not disappointing. A little bit sad, I guess, because we were up 5 buy-ins in the first session. Oh well. All on a day's work. I mean, a swing of 3 buy-ins or 5 buy-ins is sometimes, if you're lucky or unlucky, depending on the case, a question of minutes sometimes. Okay, this table is now down to 2-handed. Stick around for a few hands if this guy doesn't come back. Okay, that solves that question. Too bad with that bet sizing. He seems to be not a very active player, right? I didn't notice at first. Okay, so currently we have one PLO 10 table, i.e. table 1 up here. All the other ones are still PLO 20. Decent hand. King 10-9-7 double suited. And the cutoff. That's a decent flop. 3 base. Now, here I'm not sure if this is a squeeze. I don't know yet. So not knowing, I'm just gonna call here for now. Ooh, another PLO 20 table opened once more, okay. Okay, there are 9 sixes, but you know, we're just gonna... I'm actually gonna go small. Maybe we can induce the cards with a 3. That was nice, it was nice. Here, we're letting this one go. Let's check this one out. So ace, jack, jack, deuce, huh? Yeah, I have no idea what to do with the ace, jack, jack, deuce, double suited there. It's a raise, raise. It is a raise, raise. Oh, that is such a sad board for such a nice hand. Double suited aces here. Do have 2 backdoor flushes. I mean, that is something. Here, letting this one go. And let's close our eyes, hope for a heart. Woo. Sometimes you need to get a little bit lucky. Nice. For Jeff, for Jeff, for Jeff. 8, 5, 4 deuce. Double suited, of course. Crappy hands like that are always double suited. So he had a 2 pair on the turn, aces and deuces. No, actually, he had a. I tell a lie. Of course, he had a straight the whole time. Okay, so we got some money back here. You know, up a little bit of a little bit more. Yeah, on micro we're up 85. Pair an open ender, small blind in there. Let's just check. That's pretty nice. Also, this is deep against any of these guys? No, not really. I guess it's right on the edge where calling is maybe the superior move. Don't know. Okay, I'm gonna check so I have leverage left in case a club rivers. That's also potentially not a horrible river. So I'm not gonna bet here. I don't really see anything that we beat that calls. Kings we block. Queens are not gonna be excited. Nice. Yeah, and RunItOnce we're down 1. Buy-in, so 20 bucks, what they say. We want this. I think we're up like 70 now. Yeah. Nice. Nice. Just a few minutes ago we were up 20. Oof. I'll take it. I'll take it. So very happy about this. Funny how it goes. Yeah, I know, right? That's true, it was. It was exactly the other way around, you're right. Yeah, those swings... okay, this table is down to heads up once more. You know, when short stacking at 30 big blinds, I sometimes had half an hour, and not that rarely, up like 10 buy-ins or down like 10 buy-ins. And I've gotten relatively used to that. This never gets... flopping the nuts though never gets old. Tough to get used to that. just gonna call here. Could lead, but meh. If he bets now, we're gonna put the check raise in. Helped by the fact that we have a flush draw ourselves now. And of course that we have the nuts currently. Okay. Few other decent spots. Well, this one is semi-decent. This one might be fun. Let's deal with this first. Feel free to fold. Or call like the 6-9 of spades. Oh, wonderful. Up here, I'm not really sure if I want to see bet, to be honest. If I okay, then table is down to heads up again. Here, crazy. Oh, we're calling him. We're calling that guy. And I think we're just putting it in here. This guy again, the guy with the kings from earlier. Okay, I see how it is. Jesus Christ. Let's take a look at that hand in a moment. First of all, let's play up here. That's again very nice of you, dealer. Give him the same bad news as earlier. Yeah, I'm sure he's not gonna love this, that we do to him twice. Fouché, no, Offspring is... well, Offspring is trolling a little bit there. Aces are still by far the most profitable hand in PLO. I thought it wouldn't be, and I, learned otherwise. Let's see, has he had enough from us doing that? So he can't have the 5-4. What 5-4 is he raising? He doesn't have the 5-4. I'm gonna call it with the ace-10. And the 9 and the 7. All hearts. Oh, come on, make it so. Yeah, I'm gonna catch up with the chat in a moment. Right on. So, before I do that, let's take a look at that hand that we just got beat in. Not bitter. Just saying. Nah. Where's up here? I decided to call. I don't think that's completely horrible. With a double gutter. So, that hand, huh? Where is it? He hit the open-ender. He hit the open-ender and the flush draw. The flush draw we had dominated. Me. I mean, we made a buy-in at the other table, so it kind of all evens out. I think we only done half a buy-in since last we checked. All good, all good. Ish. For a given value of good and for a given value of all. No, Fushi, don't take that as face value. There is, Offspring is not giving proper advice in that spot. I'm sorry for ruining the joke, but... wow, 4 of a kind is good. He was drawing that to 2 outs there. But I don't want Fouché to take away like bad advice for real. So sorry if I'm being a killjoy there. Well, that helped, winning that pot. Ain't gonna deny that. Ain't no denying that. I was gonna say how about a queen, just to beat his ass a little bit. That'll work too. I'm gonna go for the check raise right away. We're 100 BB deep. We have a tough time making a full house. If we can end the hand right here, I'm not gonna mind it at all. Worst case scenario is he calls, I guess. Well, not worst case. Ideal scenario would be if he comes over the top. And of course doesn't have a speed yet. Or if he folds, that's fine too. Actually, scratch that. Scratch that. My call is fine as well. He has a 3, he has a better kicker, and he takes it down. I think we just have to leave this table. This guy is unbeatable. Up and down it goes. Decent hand on here. It's the 6s, so I took it down. Oof. I do have a gutter myself. Yeah, okay, that's a very convincing bet size there, good sir. See if we can straight up steal this. What in the deuce? Why did I do the blocker bet on the turn? I thought I had a flush draw and was like hoping to protect it a little bit. Ooh, maybe it's time to end the stream. Jesus. So let's see if we can repay him with kings. Of course, we're not gonna play him, you know, as crazy as he did. As in, we're not gonna come over the top here, and we're likely gonna fold unless he bets like tiny. And here he bets half pot, we let it go. The deep stack left the hand, that is good news. Could have been trouble ahead. Ja, du Strick, willst du wieder raus? Willst du wieder raus? Ah, he wants to play for it all right now, that is awesome. Yes. 2 pair, blocking some of our outs. This time the flush doesn't get there now. That's a welcome change of pace from microgaming. Appreciate that. Und ich lass dich wieder raus. Hang on, this looks like the negotiations were only temporary. And a change of scenery is in order for loose. Fair enough. I think I'll give in to my inner nit here. Probably leave this table. I'll steal another orbit. It is a volatile hand, but hang on, I'll show you something. It can be, it's, yeah, of course, because again, it's volatile in the sense that you play a lot of big pots with it. And so, you know, the equities being much closer in PLO than in other games, of course means that you lose more with aces too, but you also win much more. And they're still, and that is definitely true, they're still the most profitable hand you can pick up in PLO. And to make that point, I'll show you my database for the year. And I have a filter just for aces there. Speaking of which. But generally speaking, at 100 big blinds, you're never making a mistake if you raise with aces, re-raise with aces. Definitely not if you can 3-bet, 4-bet, go all in with aces. Never a mistake, even, you know, super multi-bay. Like if you have ace, ace, 7 deuce offsuit and there's already 5 people ahead of, all in ahead of you, then you can fold them. That's pretty much the only scenario, and it's so very unlikely. Of course, there's a huge difference between various aces. A very nice double-suited ace-ace jack 10. You're never gonna mind having that hand. And you're never gonna mind playing this one 3 or even 4 ways if need be. I'm gonna go for the squeeze here. So let me check out my... I can put in the filter here for aces, PLO, ace, ace, XX. I could come over the top. Gee, I will too. Sorry, here. Here I'm gonna bet... Oh no, we're out of position. I'm gonna bet larger. Here I'm gonna c-bet really small this time. Diverging a little bit from my usual c-bet bet sizing here. I'm happy to check behind, picking up a flush draw, some additional equity. And making the flush. Take it down on the other table. Here, backdoor flush. I doubt I'll fold it. Nice. That went awesome. So right, let me show you my page for aces. You know, case in point. Here there's no point in just flatting. On the button you flat some aces, you flat the very worst aces. In the big blind you can. I'm exclusively talking about hands where you're 100 big blinds deep, or, you know, less. But, you know, there are some... Like here, for example, there was a... Wow, that was a horrible spot with aces here. Jesus. Did you see that? I hope it's... And here, you know, we're loving this spot. No, bring the graph back over in a moment. Wait, why is... Oh, because he still has a few cents left. Ah, that's a good card. That's what I'm talking about. It was awesome. Yeah, so all in all, it's pretty linear. Let's check out kings, which are, I believe, still the second profitable hand, usually. Takes this one down with the flush. Wow. So yeah, my kings, I think I probably misplayed a lot of them early in the year before I started. Yeah, there's keep in mind there's short stacking in here. There's a lot of short stacking hands still in this, so and I definitely misplayed kings quite grossly, I think. Overplayed them a little bit. Check out queens, just for completeness sake. I was talking to the dog, yes. And you know, these hands much more volatile. The graph is much more giraffe, much more shaped like a giraffe. So, and just having seen those, let's go back to the aces once more. Yeah, so, you know, the yellow line being the equity, the green line being the actual results. So it's pretty smooth graph there. So still volatile, but over time, not so much actually when you look at that graph. And I think we made a nice profit in the last couple of hands. Yep. On micro we are now up 830 plus around 12, so 140, not quite 145, close to it. In contrast on RunItOnce we're down 50, what did I say? So we're up almost 100 again. Not quite, we're up like somewhere north of 90, low 90s, almost 5 buy-ins again. So very happy with that. Yeah, but this one I'm still leaving this table as soon as the blinds come around. I really don't... I've been playing poker for 8 hours now today or something like that. And I prefer to play deep stacked out of position when I'm a little bit fresher, if I prefer to do it ever. Yes, although I never resigned to the temptation, or gave in to the temptation to show my beautiful and very cute cat on stream. So I'm not overdoing it just yet. I'm waiting for the demographics analysis to see how many women are actually watching the stream and what animals I need to show in the background. So it's either going to be a bear or a cat, depending on what those demographics analysis are going to tell me. Against this guy, huh? Probably show up with pretty much any hand. Check behind here. That's a very decent river. Hopefully. Snap call. You don't have it this time, huh? Wow, is that allowed? I think you should talk to an operator. See if that's even legal for you to lose a hand here against me. Getting killed. Crazy dude at my table running like a Greek dog. God? Not dog. God. Uh-oh. I hope it's not me, but no, it's not. You play on a different side. Really? The super passive player finds a spot he wants to raise in. I think we'll give him some credit there. Nine five, 9-7 wouldn't even touch that one under the gun. With aces? Really? Well, then you're leaving a lot of money at the table. At least according to the solver. I'm not claiming that, you know, I know all this stuff. For 100 BB, I think I want to gamble here a little bit. And I like this much better than cold calling, because this is not a superb hand to play out of position. To play multi-bay out of position doesn't matter at all. To play multi-bay, that's was the point I was trying to make. If he folds, then that's a huge win. With the backdoor flush, I can't fold against $3. Need to make a straight here. We need to get super lucky, is the word. Okay, that's not helping. Well, we won, you know, we only lost 4 then, because this guy didn't. Oh, this song is, I think this song needs to go. Hang on. Oh, yeah. Wow. Just that noise. I'm not saying it's a horrible song, I don't know, but the noise! Ooh, it shall never appear again. Always the least favorite option, calling into small blind. But against the min raise, I mean, probably come over the top. I'm gonna beat his ass, which is what I called. Not pitting red for that one? Nah. On micro, sorry, I was confused myself there for a moment. On micro, the red is marked exclusively for people who have a very high 3-bet frequency, like way too much. Anything else gets green. Or if they're playing reasonably, they get yellow. One woman, yeah, it's there was another lady that's not. I think she subscribed even months ago. So there are 2 confirmed women that I know of. Necessitating the plural. Necessitating? Necessitating. That's just weird. Make it a plural, necessary. Let's say it like that. Just a strange word. Necessitating? Doesn't matter. I'm rambling. So no cats. Damn it! I thought it would be the killer. Like viewing numbers wise and subscription wise and all that stuff. Damn. Signing out. Appreciate it. Thanks for being around for so long, man. That's awesome. Nope. I think I don't know. I think we're gonna err on the side of caution here. I don't know. I have no opinion. Actually, I do. My opinion is to fold it. I'm just gonna stick to it. Let's check it out. Ooh, that's quite nice. Do this 7, 7, 8, 5. Of course, the 7 turns, but no, that's not the point. The point is if it's correct. And let's check that out. Button versus under the gun. 7, 7 with an 8 and a 5. Single suited. Yeah, not even close. Clear fold. So all good. So in a while, this will conclude today's streaming day, I think. What? Okay, maybe not. Wow! Someone completely new just subscribed. Man! Let me make at least the effort to pronounce your name. Elithison? Or Ellie the Son? I am really sorry. But man, are you making my night. That is amazing. Thank you very much for the subscription. That's blowing my mind a little. It still does, honestly, every time it happens. I ask everyone else in the channel, I always get this excited. The short version is, man, I appreciate it immensely and thank you very much. Huh. And if you want, Ellie, I'm just gonna go with Ellie for now. Don't want to butcher your name any further. We have a huge giveaway this Sunday. And I'm gonna put it in the chat. And it is quite a huge giveaway. I'm surprised by the reaction of the people I asked about possibly donating something to the cause, so to say. And as you can see in the chat, we're gonna give away 3 months of the PLO Matrix and 1 month of RunItOnce Elite. Membership. Oh, that was a very nice call, sir. Wow. Well put together. That was a very nice call there. But man, that is an extra special subscription to me. Because the people that have subscribed so far, they've been around for a while and then they decided, you know, they want to. But that's somebody who a name I haven't seen before. That's something else. And now I'm gonna shut up about it. Gonna certainly come over the top here from the small blind. Yeah, but I hope you don't take it too unkindly if I end the stream relatively soon in any case. Gee, that's not a bad one to see bet on. You're not gonna hate if you have to put it in. Yeah, there weren't any straight draws, at least, you know, only the one down there. So, I don't mind. Here's a set, that's a pretty good hand to have. That's a very nice turn there, giving us a whole bunch of additional outs. Let's check this one out. On the turn, we actually might have been a favorite there, strangely enough. Ooh, I didn't need to do that. Didn't need to come over the top here. As played, now we're certainly gonna see bet as a 3-better. It's not a board to check on. Okay. Okay. Back up, man. So let's check out that hand. Basket and equity shift. So on the flop, yeah, on the turn we had more equity than on the flop. On the flop we had 33%, which means we certainly got the price. More than that, needed 24% for it to break even. And on the turn, with that beautiful 4 of spades here, we went from 33 or whatever it was to 45. Oh, that was a huge turn for us. I think Adam made a command for that. Yeah. Thank you, Delta. I'm over the moon with them, yeah. Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah, I think calling it a night soon. Let's make it another, like 4 or 5 minutes, something like that. I've been streaming for like 7-8 hours. Not my longest day, but I feel I'm starting not to play my A game anymore. Nope. Oh, I could ask rulers. Yeah, that's true. I forgot rulers. But him I can't find on Discord. I'll send him a whisper. Maybe he sees it. Thanks, Delta. I hadn't thought about rulers at all. So how we be doing? What's the final tally so far? Run it once we finished. With just a smidgen over 50 euros in the red. And currently on micro. Wait, so this is a different spot. This dude is deep, the aces ain't great. This is a spot to just flat. Yeah, on micro we're currently up 100 and almost 140. Make it a 10, make it a sweet, sweet 10. Okay. Don't think we're folding just yet. Yeah, now we are. Interesting spot down here. Really, you're coming out with the bet here, huh? Well, he's betting into 3 people here. Yeah, I think last orbit. Last orbit. I'm not playing particularly well anymore, I feel. In any case, I'll be back tomorrow. I might as well start saying that now. And let me check what my schedule says. Not sure if it's correct. Maybe I'll have to change a little bit. I'll be back at 3 o'clock for sure. Hang on. Give you a definite information. Probably the way to go. 2:30. Yeah, 2:30 I can't guarantee that I'm fully woken up yet. And, you know, walk the dog and ate breakfast and stuff like that. So, 3 o'clock. 3 o'clock p.m. tomorrow. Central European summertime. It is, for reference now, 1 o'clock, 1:40 in the morning. Just so you have a reference point, and just in case you're living in a different time zone. Really, that's an excellent question. With the ace and the 4 in my hand, oh, probably a little bit trigger happy here with the bet. Really? About to open up the tables for your evening wheel. It's awesome. I wish you very good luck in your session. Thanks for sticking around so long, Wheels. Yeah, pretty much the last time tonight. I'll call here. Be a little bit adventurous. Nah, I did have to flush. Fair enough, fair enough. 5, 6, 6. Where the cards you were interested. He took the battle there with Jack. Fair enough, fair enough. Ulo's Poker. Is he on Discord? Oh, he might be on the RunItOnce Discord, right? I'll check up on that, thank you. Okay, so we lost like $8 there. Yeah, as I said, not playing my best game anymore. Check out the graph for microgaming, at least there we have one. We actually managed to be over EV now. Yeah, with the sad drop here. From just now was actually, yeah, was like 80 BB. But all in all, pretty sweet. And thanks Frau Schwein and of course Der Alte for the good night, and I hope all of you sleep very, very well as well. Let me just put the credits in here. Because I kind of dig those, they're kind of nice. ulospoker.com on Discord, okay? Thank you very much, Der Alte. Right, so thanks for watching everybody, thanks for keeping company. We'll be back 3 o'clock in the afternoon, Central European summertime tomorrow for the first part of tomorrow's stream, being the penultimate, the second to last PLO 20 stream until we do the big giveaway, which I'm sure you already know about by now, so I'm not going to repeat that. I'm gonna cut myself short there and just bid you a good night. Hope you have a pleasant evening, night, whatever the case might be, and thanks for watching. See you soon. And in the end we finished up. Let's check that out. 1250, so 125. Around 70. Up 70, so it's okay. It's okay.